Okay, before we even start doing this, I want to say thank you guys. We finally hit 100 subscribers. Like we've been doing this for a couple of years now. We finally hit 100. So it's like, okay, let's keep this train going. So let's talk about Ippo real quick. So, what is it actually about? Long story short, bully kid learns to box and becomes a world contender. Like this guy was bullied in high school all the time, and he eventually discovered boxing by meeting this other very famous boxer in Japan, and teaches him like, hey, learn to box, be able to defend yourself. He does. He does defend himself, and he discovers his love for boxing. Now, it sounds really generic just when we're just saying it like that, but there's a reason why this manga has gone on for so long as it is. Because right now, as of recording this, it is up to 1,201 chapters. Okay, 1,201 chapters. The reason why people, I think, like it, I know a reason why I like it too, is because it's not your basic bullcrap type of anime, shonen anime, when you talk about, you know, a bullied kid becomes better. Like, no, there's no superpower, there's no special ability about him. There's something really that great about him. So when he trains to become better, you literally go with him step by step, from him running to him working out to him learning new punches, learning new techniques, everything. There's no special thing about him besides the fact that he worked at a fishery, so he knows how to lift stuff up, and he has strong legs. That's about all it is. There's nothing special about him besides that. So I think the main thing about why people like this and why I like is because it's not just, oh, this person has a special power and he becomes great. It's just like, no, he's gonna struggle. And I think it's a much better story for me because you really can connect after a while with characters who have these bullcrap powers. Like, granted, Naruto. I don't like Naruto, the character himself. I love Rock Lee. I love Rock Lee because he actually had to work hard and get good on his own. While Naruto, while he did have to work hard, he still had that bullcrap ability of having the fox in him. You see, this is what I like. So this is what I like about Ippo. And like I said, we're at 1,201 chapters. And the reason why I'm bringing this all up right now, because something big just happened. Like, for the past couple of chapters, wait, pause. Let you guys know right now, we're about to go into spoiler territory. Like, this is like way further in the future of this manga. So if you've not read any of it, I'm letting you right now, I'm going to ruin a lot. A lot. You still here? Okay, good. So, Ippo's style of fighting is called peekaboo, which is something that Mike Tyson did a lot. But the problem with Ippo's version is that he gets hit in the head a lot, like an extreme amount of times he gets hit in the head, and he's only been knocked out twice. So for the past two arcs, we've been dealing with something very, heavy in the manga. Essentially, we're trying to find out if Ippo's punch drunk. And for those who don't know, it literally is like he's had so many concussions from being hit in the head so many times that he might not be able to control his limbs. He might not be able to see space right. Everything is really off. Pretty much exactly what happens with football. Getting hit too many times in the head, bad things happen to you medically. So we think that's happening with Ippo right now. And he's actually passed all the tests. Medically sound, he has passed everything. But in this latest fight, we've noticed some weird things happening with him. One, even though he's fighting a southpaw or a left-handed boxer, which apparently is very difficult for right-handers, he's making a lot of mistakes that make no sense, like tripping over his legs, punching at something that's not there, and just essentially he's not all there. And while it's all going on, he's trying to actually show off to his coach to show, hey, I'm fine. I'm going to take you. We're going to go get the world championship. And it's a basic moment we see all the time in the manga, which is like Ippo gets real somber and gets like real heroic, saying like, you know what, I'm going to show off this thing and I'm going to make you proud, coach. And then, well, I'm just going to let you see what happens. Yeah, all that pink mist that just came out, that's him getting snapped in the face. Like, really badly. And this is where we essentially find out that he is, in fact, punch drunk. Like, he is using his signature move, and he misses terribly. Terribly. And he gets countered hard to the point to where it's just complete knockout. And like I said, Ippo doesn't get knocked out. Ippo has been knocked out maybe 3 times his entire career, and they've always been by high level pros. And this guy is barely a world contender knocking him out. So I let you know how bad it is going on for him. And if you're like me, if you are a reader who's been watching and reading this for a long, long time, this hits you in the gut, like really, really hard, because we've been with Ippo for 1,201 chapters, rooting for this man, saying he's gonna be better because he's a kid with talent, but he doesn't let that go to his head. Like we have his boxing partner Takamura, who is all about, I'm the best, I'm the greatest, I'm gonna do whatever I want because I'm the best. Ippo is humble. Him was like, I'm gonna keep on challenging, keep on doing what I need to do. I'm gonna get better because I need to get better. That's it. There's no other drive for him besides that. But to see him just go down like that just hurts me and a lot of fans really, really hard. Like, this is Ippo. We grew up with him, literally. And now he might be essentially boxing dead. Because if you're punch drunk, they won't let you back in the ring. It is literally, you get popped in the head too many times, you will die. Die. And see, we've already had an example of this, of Punch Drunk, in the manga. Once again, I'm in spoiler territory. You guys already know this already. There's an earlier character who's actually the coach's best friend from back in the day. He is Punch Drunk. And it's really, 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 really bad. Like, forgetting everything that's going on. He lives in the mountains by himself with a dog. And somehow he still remembers to feed himself. But as soon as someone comes around, he'll remember them for a bit, and then he'll forget, but he'll remember them again. It keeps going in and out. It's almost like dementia. And he's already old. So he's old and punch drunk. So we know what's going to happen to somebody who is this bad. And now we are getting the fact that Ippo might end up like this. Like, the show is called Hajime No Ippo, or Fighting Spirit. So you can't make him do that. If you do that, that means you're ending the manga. But if you end the manga, what was been the point of this? Like, we were trying to stay with Ippo this entire time, so for him to become world champion, to go after that rematch he wanted with the world champion. But from what this author is showing us and telling us, that might not happen. We might just drop Ippo off to the side and focus on somebody else, which I am not happy about. I don't want this to happen. But it's not my story. I will say this though. If his point was to get people to really start paying attention again, this has been a good idea. Because when it comes to shonen, every time that person gets put into a corner, they somehow come out in the end just fine. They do everything they need to and they win. This time he's showing the real world ramifications of what the kid is going through. And while it would be sad to see this manga end like this, I will happily say I wouldn't have too much of a problem with it if it's done correctly. Because most shonen mangas don't do that. Most of them always give you the happy ending. Say, they went through all this trouble, they got this broken, their face got pummeled in, but like 4 episodes later, they'll be just fine. No, this showed the ramifications of a sport that primarily deals with beating the crap out of somebody, and the ramifications of what happens when you take too many shots to the head. Like, this shows real world ramifications of what can happen. And it's good storytelling. That's the only thing. Like, I don't want it to happen. I kind of want Ippo to become world champion and get that rematch he's always been wanting. But I wouldn't mind if he retires, because he has a whole lot of things he say he's going to do if he retires. Like, he's finally going to go out with the girl he's been trying to talk to for a long time. Like, they obviously like each other, but he's focused on boxing. But he said, as soon as that's done, I'm going to go after her. And she said, that's fine. He's going to help out his mom. His mom hates that he boxes. And she can't even go to any of his matches. And just to have her calm down and not be freaking out every time he comes home would be great. Like, if we do this ending to where Ippo is done, please, please, please do it right. That's all I'm asking. Just do it right. Make it sad, but give me the happy ending that Ippo deserves, which is he gets his girl, he retires in peace, and he's left alone. That's all I want. And I had to bring this to you guys' attention because, like I said, I read this and it hit me too hard for me not to talk about it. And hey, a lot of people don't even know what Ippo is. Yeah, I don't even know what this manga's all about. But hopefully from this video, you guys will go ahead and check it out because, like I said, I'm talking about the most recent stuff, but this is 1,201 chapters of amazing, amazing storytelling. And if you're interested, by all means do it because, honestly speaking, this is how I learned more about boxing. Like, I learned a lot about boxing from reading this. I learned all about southpaws, I learned about different punches, I learned about different strategies, and everything else like that. This will actually give you a much better understanding when it comes to fighting, training, and boxing. So I suggest you guys give it a try. And that's all I got to say about that. Like, hopefully, you guys, if you already read this, you understand my feelings. And if you haven't read this, I honestly suggest you guys go ahead and check it out. Like, I might have given you some spoilers about stuff that happens way in the future, but this 1,201 chapters, there's so much more there that's so much more interesting. So go ahead and watch it. This has been Zip Tie. I hope you guys enjoyed listening to me talk. And like and subscribe if you want to see some more. See ya.